Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back. Glad that you're here. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Together, we're back here Musing Science and Technology Channel.
Yeah, and we are talking about an interesting science topic, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it right now. It's cryptic.
And the title for this seems like a Babylon Bee title, right? But I guess it's legit. A new study led by researchers at the University of Arizona suggests that the number of vertebrate species on Earth may be far higher than scientists currently recognize. On average, the researchers found that each known vertebrate species may actually represent three distinct species, including two previously unrecognized ones known as cryptic species. These hidden species are difficult to distinguish visually but are genetically separate. If many such species remain unidentified, global biodiversity may be significantly underestimated, complicating conservation efforts. Would you like to know more?
Quote, each species that you and I can see and recognize as distinct may actually be hiding two different species on average. This is according to John Wiens, senior author of the paper and a professor in the University of Arizona Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology in the College of Science. Going on with the quote, this means that across vertebrates, there may be twice as many species as we previously thought, and many of these hidden species could already be at risk of extinction. How would we know if we don't know where they are?
I know. Scientists traditionally classify animal species based on visible traits, known as morphological features. Differences in color patterns, body shape, or scale arrangement often help researchers tell species apart. For example, snake species may be distinguished by their unique markings or physical proportions.
Cryptic species complicate this approach because they appear nearly identical to one another. Although they may look the same externally, genetic evidence reveals that they belong to different revolutionary lineages and have developed separately over long periods of time.
Quote, many of these cryptic species have likely been evolving separately for 1 million years or more, says Wiens. So they made it onto Noah's Ark, basically. So their DNA tells us that they've been distinct for a long time, even if they look identical.
Advances in molecular sequencing have made it much easier and more affordable for scientists to analyze DNA from different populations. As genetic comparisons become more common, researchers are increasingly identifying cryptic species that were previously overlooked.
Wiens said the most surprising finding was how consistently this pattern appears across many types of vertebrates. Quote, on average, morphologically based species of fishes, birds, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and other vertebrate groups all seem to be hiding around two cryptic species.
A well-known example comes from Arizona. For years, scientists believed that mountain king snakes living across the state were part of the same species because they look so similar. In 2011, however, molecular studies showed that snakes from northern Arizona were genetically different from those in the south. The south population was reclassified as its own species. I think we talked about that one time. Anyway, Lampropeltis knoblochi.
Yep.
While the northern snakes remained the same, Lampropeltis priomelana.
Yeah, pyro, that's fire. Maybe their bite is fiery. Zhang began thinking about the project about 3 years ago after noticing that many taxonomy studies were reporting genetically distinct species that were visually indistinguishable. He realized that researchers had never systematically measured how widespread this phenomena might be across vertebrates.
To investigate, the research team compiled results from more than 300 studies conducted by scientists around the world. Quote, there aren't many research groups focused purely on cryptic species, Zhang said. Going on with the quote, most people discover them as a byproduct of other biodiversity or taxonomy studies rather than as the main goal. The team also evaluated different techniques used to estimate the number of cryptic species, creating a framework that could help guide future research.
The implications of these findings extend beyond classification. According to Zhang and Wiens, recognizing hidden species could significantly change how conservation strategies are designed. When a species that was once thought to be widespread is split into several distinct cryptic species, each one typically occupies a smaller geographic range. That reduced range can increase the risk of extinction.
Wien said that the first step towards protecting these species is formally recognizing and naming them. Another concern is that conservation programs could unintentionally mix different species if they are not properly identified. Zhang noted that the breeding programs designed to boost population numbers might pair individuals from separate cryptic species without realizing it. Oh, that would be a shameful thing.
Yeah, that like a hybrid. For
Yeah.
the researchers, the takeaway is straightforward. Quote, if we don't know a species exists, then we can't protect it. Wien said that's like you 100% of the shots you don't take, you miss, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yep. Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the morning.
Take care, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Thanks.
All right.